This is Zen as Fuck podcast. We are Zen as Fuck, mindful-ish. Both those things we're kind of ishy on. So we are, this is a podcast and you listen to it. And you say things like, oh, I love this podcast, or nah, I don't know. But, either way, we're here. So, hey, Wayne, what's up, man?
Hi. We're here.
Yeah,
and we have, you know what? We do this once a week, and every week that we do this, we learn more things in that time span, like in that 7 days between episodes or recording. We learn a ton of stuff in between those things. And then we're like, oh, fuck, let's take all of the things that we learn and then pass it on to you. So then you learn. So basically, we're like Oprah.
It's almost exactly like Oprah, and it's almost like if Oprah started a college for you to learn, this would be it.
Kind of like if Oprah and Phil Donahue had a child, like twins, it would have been Alex and I. We would be twins.
Fraternal twins.
No, like identical twins.
Oh, yeah.
But because Oprah, and then with and then because you with the thing, science.
Yes, science is the word that we like to throw around. So here's something that I learned. I'd like to talk about this. I learned something this last week, and it's kind of upsetting. So there is a man who had a wonderful career. His name is Jon Bon Jovi. Okay,
he died?
No, he did not.
Oh,
die.
fuck.
He is 60 years old, and he looks great. Still looks great. All that stuff. Does a lot of like philanthropy. He's homeless. He's got like restaurants where it's pay what you can, and he is just an amazing human. I've heard that he's just an incredible person, really nice guy. Had a wonderful rock and roll career, right? We all know that. So here's something interesting. He's been touring. Okay,
he's been what?
Touring on tour. He's on tour with his band.
Tour?
On tour.
Tour?
How do you pronounce it?
Tour. I'm going on tour.
Why would you pronounce every letter in the word? Why don't you say tour?
Why would they put the fucking letters in the word if you didn't want them to pronounce them?
Word, Wayne.
The word is tour. I'm going on tour. I'm not going on tour.
There's no W in there. There's no W in that word.
I tore my groin. Tour. That's not I'm going on tour.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Fucking
this is the difference between Canadian and other people in the world.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Carry on.
Okay, so here's the thing. He sounds like absolute shit. Like you could pull a random person off the street, okay, and tell them to sing Wanted Dead or Alive or Living on a Prayer or any of these songs. And even if they can't sing, they'd sound better than him. And I'm not the only. There's videos of his concerts and where he's trying to sing, and it's so bizarre, dude. Like, not only is he way off key, but he's out of timing. So the song will be playing, and he's like behind a step with the rhythm of the song. And I want to say this. I'm a huge Bon Jovi. He's a Jersey guy. He grew up, in Sayreville, New Jersey. Played at Stone Pony and Asbury Park, all these places. But something is weird. Like, why would you do that? Why would you go out there night after night? These people are paying hundreds of dollars per ticket, right? And give them this show where you're like, now the band is phenomenal. Like the band sounds absolutely amazing. And it's Richie Sambora's not in it, the lead guitarist. There's another guitarist and he kills it. But that's my question. Why do you think someone would do that, Wayne? Honestly.
I think that, yeah. He's got to know.
He's got to know.
And people if he's a super nice guy, that means he's approachable. So maybe his managers or whatever, they're like, hey, listen, John, some shit's happening.
You can't do it anymore.
You can't do it anymore. And people do time themselves out. But I think as an artist, like a singer, it's got to be hard to bite that bullet. Maybe he's trying to get it back together. I don't know. I'm not a big Bon Jovi fan.
Gotcha.
Oh, halfway there. Oh, living on
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
not
saying.
a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan
Okay,
of that. Why are we
regardless-
living? What are we living? What do we mean?
But regardless of if you're a fan of the music or not, just if you look at just the person doing it, the artist who's been doing it for like 4 decades now, wouldn't there be a time when you go, hey, look, the band is called Bon Jovi. It's not called Jon Bon Jovi. It's called Bon Jovi. You can get a new singer in. He can get up there, strum his guitar, talk once in a while to the audience, and cheer on the new singer, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that's what.
You know
that's what's
what?
on my
Hey,
mind.
man, if you're a carpenter and you've built these beautiful houses your entire life, then you start building shit houses. Guess what? You're no longer
A carpenter.
a carpenter.
Yeah.
Science
in a nutsack shell.
I have 2 things for you.
Okay.
First thing is I woke up this morning and I did realize, and I sent you my good morning, because we say good morning to each other every morning.
That's correct.
For the most part. And I realized today that Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo is not fucking, they're not words at all. I don't know why this is a big thing for me. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not words. So I'm never going to say it again.
Well, I mean, were you going around saying that all the time? I mean,
I used to, that's how I would figure out if I was going to do something. I'd Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo it. And then I'd catch a tigger by the toe it. And I'm like, half of these fucking words aren't even real. So I'm out.
Well,
now
it's
I'm just
catch a tiger. It's catch a tiger by the toe.
Catch a tigger.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Tigger is a tigger tiger, like the Tony the Tigger. Tony the Tiger.
It's first of all, it's
okay. It's not Tor. It's Tour or Tour.
So I want to spell out how
I just want to carry.
Tor.
I just want to carry it. This podcast.
Tooo.
Listen, we know how this is going to. This
ER.
is how you know how this is going to end. You're going to fucking go on Wikipedia or whatever, and then I'm going to be proven wrong. And then I'm going to look like an idiot, and I'm not there today. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo is not a real word. They're not real words, and that's where we're going. Catch a tiger by the toe.
Thank you for saying
Eeny,
tiger.
Meeny, Miny, Mo. The second thing, it was brought to my attention that break a leg is not conducive to what people tell you to. Like you're a theatrical actor,
correct? Yes, so break a leg.
Break a leg. That's no. They should. Why? Where did that come from?
I don't like it, and I don't know where it came from. But I've always rather have someone just say to me, "Hey, have fun.
Have a great show."
Yeah, have a great show. Works. Have fun.
You break a leg.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm now I'm the dick because I said it. I put it out there.
Yeah.
It's like you're jealous that you're not in the play. Oh, you know what? I'm jealous that I'm not as talented as that actor is. So I'm going to tell him or her to go break a leg. And then it's going to catch on for thousands of years.
Yeah, why you want them to break their leg?
You don't want anybody to break anything. One, it stops the show that you paid for. I mean, it's another good show because they'll be, but we don't. And these are the things that I think about.
Okay, so you woke up this morning. You've had these things on your mind. They're deep thoughts. They are zen as fuck.
As fuck.
And they're mindful-ish.
Mm-hmm. I have 2 more thoughts.
Okay, I want to keep hearing these thoughts.
I want to go there. I was working with somebody the other day, and they were swinging a hammer.
Okay,
but
their hammer or a hammer?
No, like a hammer.
Oh,
and in this hammer. Like if you're swinging a hammer, you swing it, right? But
I'm always swinging a hammer, Wayne.
Hey yo, you know how when you're at like these kids in their 20s, they don't put effort into anything.
They don't do anything.
Yeah. So it's swinging a hammer, and I said, listen, if when you swing a hammer, if the sound that the swing would match would be you're not swinging it hard enough. He looks at me. He's like, that makes a lot of sense. And then he's just like, swinging it, and you got it done.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Man.
So what was the second thing? You said you had 2 more things. That was only one, Wayne.
I forgot.
You totally forgot.
I totally forgot. And it was good too. It was probably the better of the two things. And I forgot. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo is bullshit.
Let me ask you a question. So
Yeah.
what kind of people do you think listen to our podcast?
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say. I saw on our
Okay.
checklist, on the checklist that you sent, that Rush is in there. You guys can go fuck yourselves.
But all of them? Not all of them. Some of them
just
are probably
the ones
nice.
the ones that actually listen to us aren't Putin supporters, because that
No.
means that they have access to the outside world. So
Yeah.
I rescind. I digress.
Okay.
We're not mad at you. We're
No.
mad at Putin. He's a piece of shit, and he can go fuck himself. And Putin, if you're listening to this,
That's why is that hilarious? Like I just like visualize him just sitting there listening to our podcast. You know what I mean?
he's like, I have 2 plans today. 1, wreck world. 2, listen to ZenAF because they are mindful, ish.
Oh, that's funny.
Fuck you,
Shit,
Putin.
man. So what are you gonna like? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Wayne?
I don't do that anymore.
I don't either.
I'm in this homeostasis, or this balance now, where, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because for the last couple of years and the last year, I've been kind of going down this path, entertaining people again and doing that. Like I didn't lose love for or passion for my career, but I think, you know, I did. I got a little lethargic and lazy in my job, and I have recently found the love for firefighting again. And I'd be happy if in 5 years I'm just kicking it with Kelly and you guys, and we're just being, you know, we're doing this, man. I'd be fine with that. Or $1 billion. I'd like $1 billion.
I'd like $1 billion too. Hey, look, you know, I used to have like this, like, so back in the day when I first moved to Los Angeles, I always said to myself, look, if I don't make it, like really make it as an actor, by the time I'm 45, I'll find another career. Right. Well, 45 came and went because I'm pushing 50 right now. And I did not choose another career. I'm still stuck in this one. So,
yeah, but you're successful at it.
Well, I was at one point.
No, what? Okay, so let me ask you a question. See, now we're getting fucking serious.
Okay.
What do you mean you were at one point?
I'm talking about
what makes you successful? What makes you and I'm going to get on you for this.
Okay.
What makes you successful as an actor? What, like millions and millions of dollars? I hope not.
That's one thing, but that's not all of it,
man.
That's not all of it. That's not all of it. That's not all of it. So there is a thing. So like I have an audition coming up on Tuesday, right? I have to put myself on tape for a series. And I've never seen the series. I hear it's funny and great. It's called The Righteous Gemstones. Right?
Oh God. I love it. I love it.
My wife does too. She says she's been watching. I've never seen it.
I told you about it.
Yeah, you did. You did mention this show, and she's been talking about it too, and other people I know. But I think you were the first one to mention it because I never even really. I think I heard of it. But so I have an audition on Tuesday, right? And I have to put myself on tape. It's for a recurring guest star. They shoot in South Carolina, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm gonna put myself on tape, and I'm gonna have fun with it, and it's gonna be a good audition because I never send shitty auditions. You know.
Word.
And but my chances of getting it now, as opposed to say 20 years ago, it just seems like the pool is so big now, right? There's so much content out there, and I'm not even talking about HBO and Hulu and Netflix and all that stuff. I mean, there is a lot of content, but yeah, I'm even going social media bullshit. I mean, there's so much content out there that it feels like, you know, my wife and I were talking about this the other day. It feels like you can get kind of lost in a sea of mediocrity and numbers. You know what I mean? So anyway, my plan was 45 done. I'm still going. I'm still enjoying acting, you know, but there's something funny. When I asked you that question, when I see myself in 5 years, I'd be psyched to just have a little bit of land, some animals, not a farm, but some animals, and just a nice fucking view.
Yeah, man.
Simple.
Because it's at there's a point in our lives, and it's different for everyone, where the little things are actually all of the things. You know, there's that saying, it's like, well, it's the little things that matter. And that's true, but there's a point in your life where they don't just matter. The little things are all of the things.
It's
And
true.
and that just means one thing, and that means one thing only. That means that you live in the moment. And the second that you can give yourself that fucking key, that key to the moment, you're set for life. And that is when you don't say shit like, you know what, 20 years ago I would have got the part, because there'll be people banging down your door. It's the people that are trying way too hard that don't find success, because they believe that success should come when they're ready for it. That's success. So I did this, and I don't mean to sabotage, and I don't mean
no, I'm good. I got it out. So
one, I hope you get the righteous gemstones, because that'll be awesome. Two, I think that anybody, and I'm not just saying this because you're my friend, but I think that anybody's stupid to not hire you as an actor, unless they're looking for a part that you can't play, which is nothing. Like if they were like, oh, we need somebody to play an Oompa Loompa, you can't do that.
I could try, but I don't know if it would come across.
Physically, you could not do that. Your legs are the height of a normal adult. So a couple of months, TikTok Canada had, and let me say something about this before I talk about what TikTok was saying to me. This social media, YouTube, Instagram, all of that stuff, there is so much opportunity if you create good content. That being said, there are opportunities where if you have the right eye and the right equipment and you know, a way to manage it yourself, you can create your own series where you are the producer, the director, the makeup, all that, and it's all yours. And there are people that make millions in social media.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Millions and millions.
Crazy. Yeah.
So I was approached by TikTok Canada about 3 months ago, and they sent me a message. It was from TikTok themselves. I think it was from Tik and Talk, I believe.
Both of them. Oh, wow.
Yeah, both Tik and Talk came.
Okay.
But they said, you know, I was dubbed one of the most influential creators in my genre in Canada. And they were inviting me. That means I was going to get invited to like TikTok exclusive events and whatever that means. And TikTok is still in its, I'm not going to say that it's still, that app is still in its infancy. So to be dubbed that this early on in Canada, it feels really good. Yeah. But I just took it, and you've given me advice before. You said, well, you know what? People say no, you just move on. People say yes, you just move on. And that's what I did. I'm like, thanks for the kind words. I just carried on creating. Well, I got invited to a make TikTok your full-time career seminar or webinar. And it was with this creator that makes 8 figures.
Oh, wow.
Or 7 figures, I guess it was 7 figures in creating content as a makeup tutorial person. She makes millions.
Wow.
So there's only, 30 or 40 of us on there. And I didn't stay for the whole thing, but I got this. Your worth is everything. So when you put it out there in the social media world, when you advertise how much you want to charge to do an ad, I was thinking, like, give me $100, give me $150, and I'll do an ad for you. No, right now with my following, do you know what I'm worth?
What?
$8,000 and $10,000 a post.
So do it.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
But there's something else that came of this. And I'm going to do it. I want to talk to you about it on here. It's a conversation that we would have privately because it's about the growth part of our podcast. Yeah. I heard this piece of advice, and if I get nothing else out of it, I'm happy. And this applies to you and I. Mm-hmm. Do not approach them. They will come to you when it's time.
I agree with that. Yes. 100%.
So it just sat, and that's kind of how I'm approaching all of this stuff now, man. Like, I'm just gonna just gonna live my best life. Hashtags.
No, listen, I totally agree with you. That's why when, we have gotten approached a couple times, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that. I'm not. And look, if the deal that we hear about or think about, and you and I talk, and someone comes to us with something, and we say, yeah, then that's fucking great. But I'm not worried about it, man.
No, and
No,
it's because and I think you don't worry about things like that when you're passionate about things. It doesn't matter if you're creating content on the internet or making a podcast or being an actor in theater. None of it matters if you're passionate about it. And I think the biggest thing that anybody can do that is trying to be creative with themselves is stay passionate. Don't worry about the other shit, because it'll show up. And you can attest to this, man. Like it comes and goes. You've made it in this business as a voice actor, as a television actor. You guys, you and Mo, are very successful actors. But it comes with a lot of heartache. But I bet you all of your success is when you were the most passionate about it.
You're not wrong. I will say that. It's funny how I went from, and a lot of people that I know in the business, especially actors, quote unquote, went from passionate. All they thought about, all they wanted to do, ruined relationships with other people because all they thought about, all they focused on was this business. But later in life, and I'm getting to that point, if I haven't already been in it for the last few years, is that you go, well, it's not everything, because it used to be everything, and now it's not. So it's interesting to me. I feel, and I'm not fucking gloating at all, I'm being completely honest, I feel more talented now as an actor than I ever was years past. But also at the same, I'm more confident, I believe. And probably because I don't give a fuck what other people think of my work as an actor, because guess what? Attendance is not compulsory. You don't got to fucking come see me. But I will say this, as I'm growing more confident, not only in that whole thing, but just in life in general, knowing what I like, knowing what I dislike, and I'm talking about anything, I'm seeing it for what it is. And yes, it is and was my passion and still is. But there's more now. There's more things that I'm passionate about, right? That view, man. Like I was just saying, that view I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
The view.
Well, you think about it in this, or put it at the perspective with the
yeah, that's science.
Oh man!
Anytime
I had a brain fart.
Anytime you have a brain fart, just say science. Just
science.
Say science.
No, but as you grow in whatever you are doing, we're taught in society that you got to grind, you got to go 18 hours a day, or you're not going to find success unless you do it 18 hours a day. And as I believe you need to grind out for the first part of however long you need to. But I think the power that we don't realize isn't in the grind. The power isn't in trying to please other people. The power is having the ability to say no to things that will ruin your want to grind it out. It's to take anything and everything, and then you burnout's burnout, man. The power to say no to shit. Oh, once you can start saying no,
that's the only power that people do have in life. Really, any person is saying no. That's the only power. I mean, I don't know what other. That's the strongest thing. But again, it's funny to me, man. Like I'm burnt. I feel burnt right now. Mentally, I feel burnt physically. All the stuff we've been doing with the house and just kind of up in the air. My OCD's been off the fucking chart lately. Haven't been back to the house in Austin in over 4 months. I miss it. Just all this stuff that's happening right now. I'm still doing the play, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm burnt. I feel burnt. And I look forward to doing this, what we're doing right here, because it is a chance to talk about all the shit, all the stuff that's been going on in my head for fucking, the last 7 days. It's been 7 days since we've done it. You know what I mean? So it's interesting, man. But I feel fucking burnt. Not upset, not depressed. There's a difference. I don't feel depressed. I'm not sad. I'm not upset. I'm burnt. It's weird. It's weird.
So can I give you some quick advice?
Yeah, do it.
Just think about the view.
Oh, the fucking view. Oh my God. An orgasmic.